quiet on the set. And action.
Hey, how you doing? Enjoy your movie.
Thank you.
How you doing, sir?
How you doing?
Theater 3, enjoy your movie.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Keith from Up the Block. Damn. But that was that was good though. Hold on. Let me know. Dre, could you look at it?
No, you. No, you good.
Are you sure? Because I don't, you know what I mean? I want to be all in IMAX. People are like, look at this fro.
No, you
You
good.
need a cut. My name is Vernon Keith Ruffin Jr. My stage name is Keith from Up the Block. I came up with that name because when I grew up, my mom never called me Vernon because my dad's name was Vernon. So everybody in the house called me Keith. And when I was young, I would always do silly things. So people would always say, you know who's tripping? That kid Keith. Keith from Up the Block. So
I known Keith all my life. He has a thing where he says, you were like my first friends when I moved on the block. I don't remember him moving on the block. That's how long I've known Keith.
All right, rolling. Action.
Hey, aren't you Keith from Up the Block?
yeah, how you doing?
Good. I heard a stand about the movies. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
It's a comedy show right here at the Pearl. It's going on August 27th. It's live comedy and music. I mean, it's awesome.
Keith,
You,
we really need you in a theater.
oh, come on, man. I'm in the middle of doing the thing again where somebody's talking loud or eating.
No, you gotta see this. Come on.
Stand-up at the movies was something that I always thought about. There's a comedian in New York. His name is A.G. White. He did a comedy show at the movies for years out there in Linden Boulevard. He used to always tell me, like, you should do something like this for Philly. But my thing is, as a comedian and as a filmmaker, the thing that I didn't like about going to some of the stand-up comedy shows I saw at the movies was they never used the movie screen. And to me, that's the biggest star of the whole room. Anybody can rent out a room, but to me, the magic is the fact that we found a way to turn a movie theater into a comedy-conducive venue. The cast for this show is Tommy Too Smooth from BET Comic View, Buck Wild, who's a notorious king of Philly comedy, toured with Meek Mill and Mike Epps. And my music act is my favorite R&B group from the city, Kindred the Family Soul, who used to be signed to Hidden Beach Records along with Joe Scott. Now they're on another indie label, but they make great music. They're a husband and wife team that sang. So that's the cast for this one. And there may be a couple of other surprises. And me, of course, hosting and doing. I always forget that. I always forget that I'm on the show too, and I give one hell of a show. This idea had always been in my mind on doing it. And just like in life, something always kicks me in the ass. And I have to get up and I have to do something. And since I have no other way to make money, and since I don't sell drugs, I always got to come up with some harebrained plan and involve a bunch of people so that I can make money. And the thing that happened was, I got kicked out of where I was living. As I talk to you right now, right hand to God, I'm homeless. I just gotta say, like, you know, movie theaters have always held a special place, like, to me. They've always provided, like, a healthy escape. Like, you know, my father was an addict. So, he was an addict, he was abusive towards my mom. And when I was young, there was a long period where I didn't see him, you know, just with the addiction and everything. And I think every time he came around, him and my mom had drama. And I think that made him feel guilty and then run instead of fight. You know, and then go retreat back to his life for doing whatever he was doing. He always paid his child support, though. He was a veteran and he did odd jobs. So he never left us hanging on that tip. But around the time I was 12 years old, my father started coming back. And not really coming back all of the time, but what he would do is, at the first of the month, you know, I guess when he got, because he was a disabled veteran, so at the first of the month, I guess when he got his money, he would call me and tell me to meet him at Cheltenham Mall. And when I would go there, he would give me $40, and he would take me to the movies. So usually when we went to the movies, it'd be a movie that I picked. And we would go, we would sit inside of the movie theater, and then 10 minutes into the movie, he will always get up and leave for 30 minutes and come back. And that's when I realized that when he left for those 30 minutes, he was going to go get high and then come back to the movie theater. Now, this lasted for about 2 years, and then my dad disappeared again. I don't know if he went on a bender or what happened, but I really didn't see him until around age 18, 19 when I ran back into him. But when he left at 12, 13, I started going to the movies by myself. And that's when my love of cinema and I guess of movie theaters took place. So, I would go and I would see like Goodfellas, Do the Right Thing, Mo Better Blues. I was heavy into the Spike Lee movie. And I would go and I would see them by myself. So you can imagine there's this 13-year-old kid in the movies, watching Mo Better Blues or watching these adult movies. And he's by himself. And that's why I gained a love of filmmaking and of cinema. And I just realized that, my love for movie theaters, working in them, and maybe what I'm doing now, maybe just me waiting for my father to come back from the bathroom from getting high. Like psychologically, that may be going on. And the thing is, with all of the problems that he had, at least he gave me that, And I don't know if a lot of people can say that. And I know that there were a lot of issues. And I think the children love their fathers regardless. We don't understand all that stuff until, we get old. And I had a lot of hate and disdain for my father for a second, but I always knew that at least he gave me this. At least this became a part of my life, and I'm still here. So really, to tell you the truth, I'm hoping that this next one, I got his name on the list, so I'm hoping that he comes out. Because that for me, that will be closure.